Today, let's discuss why the future of agentic AI depends on the schematics of enterprise execution, not increasingly richer abstractions. For over 30 years, information management has pursued the same objective: improve the business value of data. We built data warehouses, added semantic and metadata layers, and re-engineered data into knowledge graphs, guided by context graphs and ontologies. But over that time, we got into the habit of responding to the limitations of one data modeling approach by creating another. Every iteration promised to preserve more enterprise meaning than the last. We added richer descriptions and asserted more logical relationships and metadata context. Every improvement made the abstractions better. But perhaps we've been solving the wrong problem. Every engineer understands the difference between an abstraction and a schematic. An abstraction helps you understand a system. A schematic helps you engineer one. They may both describe the same enterprise, but they exist for fundamentally different purposes. An abstraction deliberately suppresses reality. It removes engineering detail to simplify understanding. A schematic does the opposite. It preserves the engineering, because that's what allows complex systems to be operated safely. So obviously, no engineer asks for a better abstraction before servicing a jet engine. They ask for the design schematic because it mirrors reality closely enough to understand how the engine actually works. There is a direct parallel to the engineering schematic we've just seen. In the IT world, we call it a digital twin. So why are we still investing in progressively richer abstractions when we could be engineering an executable digital twin of the enterprise instead? Because agentic AI changes everything. AI is no longer observing the enterprise after it has executed. It is becoming an operational participant. That demands a fundamentally different model of the enterprise. And further to this, agentic AI poses a different interoperability question. An API describes how to invoke a capability. It does not explain what the enterprise behind that interface is actually doing. Until now, this wasn't a problem. Applications could remain black boxes because deterministic software was developed to orchestrate every integration and every execution path. So if AI agents are now expected to become trusted participants in enterprise execution, shouldn't they be operating from the same enterprise blueprint trusted by the business itself, rather than another abstraction of it? Right now, your data teams are building their own representation of the enterprise, then spending enormous effort trying to reconcile it to reality. So maybe the real question isn't how to build better abstractions, but why we're building so many of them in the first place. Imagine if every architectural view, every operational view, and every delivery view were simply different projections of the same enterprise model. The conversation changes completely. You're no longer trying to reconcile abstractions. You're engineering directly from the existing enterprise itself. This is the philosophy of the model executable business system. Start with an enterprise schematic, then allow every architectural, operational, and delivery view to emerge as a projection of that complete enterprise model. One enterprise, one engineering model, many projections. This isn't a future vision or a theoretical research project. The principles behind MEBs already exist today. The question is no longer whether it can be done. The question is whether we're ready to stop building better data abstractions and start engineering the model and AI-driven enterprise. If this resonates with you, I'd be delighted to show you what this looks like in practice. GT demonstrates these principles today as the first implementation of the MEBs vision. If you're interested in exploring what that could mean for your organization and your AI strategy, I'd love to continue the conversation.